Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Serrano. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, subscribe, get notified, and if you're already part of the crew, salute. But today we're going to be talking about the Alcatel 3V 2019. And some of the reasons why it still might be worth it in 2020 going into 2021. Now, this phone is a really cool device, the Alcatel 3V made by TCL, a phone company. TCL is a company that makes TVs. Now they specialize in making devices for other manufacturers. Recently released their own line of smartphones this year, which I haven't got to try out yet. But Alcatel is one of the phones that they do manufacture from beginning to end. Now, one of the things that's really cool about this device and what made it a lasting impression in 2020 and even going into 2021 is the screen display. Now, this is probably one of the first displays to be this large, but still offer that full display without a notch, without a bezel, without a teardrop. Well, you do get a bezel on the bottom and top, as you can see right there. So one of the phones that you might not see in most recent times with a chin and a forehead. Even has some side bezels as well, but it does offer you a IPS LCD display, which is actually good to look at. Now, this phone came out in the fourth quarter of 2019, around December. So it's an older device, which is still favorable to use in my opinion because of that large display. Dragon Trail glass protecting it, Dragon Trail Pro glass protecting it, which is in my opinion really good. It's still scratchless. There's no scratches on the Dragon Pro glass, which I thought there would be, considering that I've used Dragon Trail in the past, and the Pro is actually a lot more stronger than the other one. So we got a plastic frame all the way around this device, all plastic, no metal, but still really solid. And one of the things that's really one of my favorite things about this device is it does have a headphone jack at the top and an IR blaster to control your TV and electronics. Now, I really think that's cool because they didn't remove the headphone jack to put the IR blaster there. You got both dual speakers on this device, as well as Type-C charging on the bottom, and an enormous battery, 4,000 milliamp hour battery, which is actually really nice. 3 gigabytes of RAM for snappy performance. So overall, this device is going to have a really nice display, 6.7 inches. It's one of the phones that actually started the trend of giving devices larger displays. There's an app gallery on board. Doesn't have an Android 10 on here for some reason, but we do get this one-handed mode where, because the phone is so large, you get this option where you can shrink down the screen to your personal preference. And the phone fits right in your hand now. When you could toggle through your menus, and you can still access everything in this small screen on the display. And when you want to get back to it, you could tap on the display again. One of my favorite devices in 2019 and going into 2021, because the screen display. Now, it does have dual cameras on here. We'll get into that in a little bit more detail, but the screen display is going to be a medium density display, 240 pixels per inch. Nothing too crazy. 18:9 aspect ratio. So you get the older aspect ratio one here, 720 by 1440 resolution. So it's going to be pretty decent as far as overall contrast. Now, colors on the display look absolutely beautiful. The panel is sharp. A lot of details on here look really nice. Really beautiful colors. I can't complain about this thing. Also, the snappiness of this device is really fast in my opinion. It's running Android 9, but it does have the Helio P22 12nm processing chip, which is still a really good series for quickness and overall speed. You're going to be able to play some games on here as well. It's got the 3 gigabytes of RAM backing it, as well as the 32 gigabytes of internal storage. You do get expandable storage on this device, as well as the expandable SD card, fast charging, Pump Express Plus, which is going to give you a little bit more juice. Now, this is an older device. A lot of people wouldn't even be considering this device now because it's got the Android 9 A lot of the phones are getting the Android 10 at this point. But you do get a variety of software updates back to back on here. Let's see what the latest one is. I haven't checked in a very long time, but if you go to software updates, system updates, and you can check for that, the phone will give you system updates, guys, from time to time. And what's really cool is that you get the latest security patch every single month from Metro by T-Mobile on this device, which makes it another reason why it's pretty cool. Now this device has hotspot, Wi-Fi calling, do not disturb. Like I said, you get the night light. You don't get the dark mode because it's on Android 9, but it says checking for updates, and it says it's up to date right now. So the software on here is pretty decent. You got a compass on this device, which is cool. It doesn't come preloaded with a lot of apps except for the ones from Metro, but you know, you do have a nice, right here it does say that we're getting, let me see what system update we are on. Now you do get gestures on this thing to open the camera and make it silence quick. And also, let me just see, display is really beautiful on here. That's probably the main feature of this device, is the display. Now, one of the other things that's really pleasing to use this device for is the speakers. You're getting that bottom firing speaker as well as the top. And when it comes to the overall cameras, they're not that bad either. Now on the rear, getting a 16 megapixel main camera with a 5 megapixel depth camera, and on the front an 8 megapixel that records in 720 30 frames per second. But let me just put up some shots on the phone so you can see that. Hey, what's going on? This is the Alcatel 3V right now, front facing camera. Let me know how it looks right now. Okay, what's going on, guys? Right now, this is the 30 frames per second on the Alcatel 3V. Let me know how the stabilization is, and as well as the mics. Let me know how those sound as well. You can count these cameras out at all. They're really good. Alcatel has done a really good job, or TCL, in my opinion. So hopefully we do see some new devices from them and from TCL. Shout out to TCL and shout out to Alcatel. But this is a really nice device that has a fingerprint sensor on the back, facial recognition on the front, flash on the back. The camera does look pretty decent when you have enough light. Definitely a phone I like using, and you could use it with or without a case. There's not going to be any smudges on the back of here because of the texture on here. It's really, it's like a soft vinyl material, which hasn't even scratched once. Probably one of my favorite things about this device is the overall build quality. It's got this square like almost flat sides, but then they round off. Just a really nice device. Nice clicky volume rocker. And on the other side, you get your SIM tray remover slot. But all around, this device has been good. Headphone jack at the top. Can't complain about that at all. Let me know what you guys think down below. It's your boy Serrano. I'll get right back with you. Peace.